I'm alive? Oh, great, cool. Hey, welcome back to another week in esports. I'm Lubu, and this is Week in Esports. Couldn't see Greg's hand because it's dark on the backside of the ring light. That's a science problem, I guess. I'm here to talk every week about esports, and this week is no exception. I'm broadcasting live deep under the Earth's crust from the RockPunch Fallout bunker here, waiting for the Bethesda conference to start. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about esports because that's what the whole show is for. The 49ers, that's not even the right number. The 49ers are in the news because they are, because they're the second worst football team in the nation after the Browns, but B, they have invested $15 million in Play Versus, the high school esports program, with over 1,000 high schools in it that play esports against one another, and they've created an esports league. It's a really big deal, Play Versus. And the 49ers have thrown $15 million into it, which is a ton of money to anyone, I think. $15 million is a lot. And that's pretty good. I think Play Versus probably needed the money. It was a startup, and they needed a big investment from someone. They need big investors. And nobody's happier to invest in high school than the NFL. In Arkansas, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, no one is paying more attention to high school kids than the NFL because they need to make sure that they're eating those rectangle pepperoni pizzas that are full of HGH and that they are not getting into domestic abuses, or at least not letting the police know about it, and that they're also making sure that those kids get their sports cars and hotel rooms that they totally don't get from the NFL scouts, so that when those kids go to college, they're going, I'm already in the NFL. Think about it. You know, as long as they don't get a concussion or stab someone. Plus, the kids, they gotta, you know, they need the money, they need the esports. The kids are going to esports, and the NFL has always been the last person to get there. The NFL has really lagged behind the NBA in terms of getting into esports and understanding it and getting a grasp on where they can make money there. And so they've just usurped the streamer culture entirely and said, we'll go straight to high school, get them at high school, make them fans of us, and then we're going to bring them up. And the problem is that nobody plays Madden esports. Like 6 people in the country who play for $200,000 that Roger Goodell dropped out of the back of his pocket when he was, doing a Baba Yaga hex on the Patriots. And so that's obscure. That is hella obscure. But, you know, it's cool to see the investment. Hopefully it actually does something. It'll be interesting to see how Play Versus works out on the high school leagues. And the high school leagues are also making deals with Fortnite. High school leagues, the esports leagues got together with Epic Games, and they're going to do a Fortnite league too. So very cool. If you're a high schooler, more than ever, this is a chance to play in an esports league. And in doing so, make sure that no one will have sex with you for several years. So rock on. Thanks for the call. We got a call coming in from a viewer. Says, Brian, that joke is dated because nowadays lots of kids have sex. And I'm saying, maybe, but the pregnancy rates are at an all-time low, so how can you tell? Moving on to the next bit of the show. FaZe Clan, which is, for some of you, a very popular FPS shooting esports team. And for the rest of us, you might have heard of them on the internet. They are, because they play Halo and Call of Duty, and I don't know who watches that shit. But FaZe Clan's in trouble because they lost a lawsuit to FaZe Apparel, an apparel company out of San Francisco who somehow, inexplicably, had the same logo and name as FaZe Clan 10 years before FaZe Clan did. How did they go back in time to steal from this esports organization? That's the real story. How did this apparel company steal from them in the past? They must have been watching FaZe Clan's owner and using brain theft techniques and mind flaying to snip his dreams and make that apparel company so that later they could sue him for all his money. That's a logical discourse. Or esports teams steal from everybody. That's more likely. If you're making a young esports team, if you got a small startup, if you want to be in an esports team, maybe don't steal other companies that exist names. Maybe don't name your team after something that is already a multi-million-dollar organization, because they have lawyers. And even if you have a lawyer, their lawyers are better than your lawyer. And they have time on their hands. And as we all know, time is a construct. And constructs are highfalutin concepts of academia that I'm not going to get into. I use this as an opportunity to announce my new esports team, the Big Macs. It's 6 guys named Mac. We got McDonald, we got Mike, we got Mac, we got Mickey, and we got Steve. Although Steve's just a big Macklemore fan, so we call him Little Mac. And then me. My name is Brian Lube Mac Smalley. Rolls right off the tongue. Don't sue me, McDonald's, you fucking assholes. Yeah, you can't sue me, McDonald's, until you are open from the hours of 2 to 4 a.m. that you claim to be open. 24 hours, my dick. I go over there, I want some fucking chicken nuggets after work. It's 3 in the goddamn morning and you're telling me you're closed for computer maintenance? Eat my whole asshole, motherfucker. If you're open for 24 hours a day, you're open for 24 hours a day. All right? You can close for 10 minutes, tops. Mop the floor, get this shit back open. You don't even turn the fucking fryers off, all right? Don't fuck with me, McDonald's. I swear to God. Moving on to our last story, we're going to segue real strong into another living nightmare. The Overwatch World Cup is upon us again. It's an annual event, this being the 2nd annual Overwatch World Cup. Huzzah! We all remember the last one where Korea beat our corpse with a stick and then dragged us across glass and honey to make sure that it really stuck in those wounds. This is the Overwatch World Cup year 2. And they are going to be bringing in all the different countries again. All the players from all the existing teams split back up. They go back to their countries. Korea beats the dog shit out of all of us. China does 2nd place. We lose. And it's a great time every year. We all love watching all of our American players be bad at the game and carried by their international compatriots. But this year, Canada's captain, Canada's coach, Team Canada has said, you know what, xQc, guy who was banned from the league for sexism, homophobia, racism, guy who was repeatedly fined, guy who was kicked off his team, guy who was fired, you have a place on Team Canada. We like you and we want you to come back. And nobody at Overwatch, no one at Blizzard has gone, no. Like, no one has said no. And no one has told them to fuck off. And no one is really, like, paying attention to that. Like, what the fuck? This guy is a problem. He already has a job. He's a Twitch streamer. Let him stream on Twitch on his own fucking time. Keep him out of the Overwatch League. He cannot control himself. All right? He has no self-control. That's why OJ doesn't play football anymore. No self-control. I'm sure, I think. Allegedly. xQc is like a toddler with knives taped to his hands. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He's just running around fucking shit up. So stop letting him play in official organizations. I'm sure he's grown from his firings. I'm sure he's really matured as a player over the last 3 months since he lost his job. Whoa, boy, what a character arc. What a redemption that is. I've seen cartoons with stronger redemptions. Don't. Canada, you're supposed to be the nice one. Keep Captain Slurdick out of the fucking game for 5 fucking seconds. Just leave him alone. Let him Twitch stream and fucking let us all watch as the Western fucking Esports League gets absolutely sodomized by the Korean and Chinese players. Because that's what we're used to in League of Legends, that's what we're used to in fighting games now, and that's what we're going to be used to in Overwatch League until, I don't know, those countries blow each other up or we blow them up. We're probably going to blow them up. That's it for this week in esports. I'm Lubu. This has been Week in Esports. You can catch me on Twitter at chef_LU_BU. That's at Twitter at chef_LU_BU. You can hear me with your ears, with your sound eyes on the radio at 929 The Game every Sunday morning doing esports there without any cuss words if you're a family man. And yeah, and you can follow us on this channel on Facebook. You can like us and subscribe and smash that like button. And I will see you next week for next week's Week in Esports.